There, I see friends.
It's working.
I see friends. There's friends. It's like Play-Doh. The shadow, it's like forms. The form world right there. Like, right, the shadow is right there. And so you know that the shadow is being cast by Pops. And so it's like it's just a demonstration of philosophy. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, you get out of here. Philosophy. Philosophize this.
What?
Good morning. Good morning. Where's that music, Pops? Happy Friday, nerdy. Come on, Mr. Music. Here we go. Good morning, nerds. Sometimes I feel like calling you Dimitri, but you know what? I just like nerdy better. So don't think I don't remember your name. You have a great name. Here we go. Good morning, Summer. I can see you. Yeah, you could be known as Smiley too, nerdy. You could be known as Smiley. So if somebody called you Smiley, that would make a lot of sense too. Keep up the good work you're doing with the Colorado Micro League, nerds. I'm proud of you for what little that's worth. Keep up the good work with that situation. It's harder than people think to stay committed and dedicated and keep it going consistently. A lot of people can flash in the pan once or twice, but try staying in the pan. Good morning. Give me, okay, Ishmael, Nerdy, Big Mike, Jesse, Billy D, HB, Sue, Joe D, Funny Z, and Paige. They're all already on the wheel. Give me a number between 1 and 50 to get on the wheel this morning. Give me a number between 1 and 50. You could put up to 3 at one time on your line. Good morning, Wazzy. Give me a number between 1 and 50. 3 numbers between 1 and 50. And the first person to say this number is going to go on the wheel. Give me a number between 1 and 50. And there's only 21 people here, so the chances of you getting it are better. Give me a number. Good morning, Badgie. Give me a number between 1 and 50 to get yourself on the wheel. Some of you are already on the wheel. Give me a number between 1 and 50. That tea was so hot it fogged up my glasses. Woo! Give me a number. I still haven't seen it, team. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? The raccoon? Chewy? He's in Australia now? I still haven't seen the number, you guys. I still have not seen the number, so you can keep on trying. Keep on trying, kiddos. I still have not seen the number. If you're already on the list, let's give other people a chance. I still haven't seen the number. You guys are numerically challenged this morning. I still haven't seen the number. And Greenie, you're out of line. Okay. I'm going to have to give you guys a hint. By the way, Dando said every number so far except for it. Okay. This number is somewhere between 40 and 45. Go. Between 40 and 45. What's the number? Badgie. You're absolutely right. Badgie. 43. Badgie was the first 43. Badge, your name goes on the list. Okay? Let's wait till there are a few more people here and a few more likes, and we'll get another person on the wheel. Okay? Sound good? Let me, I didn't have time to put names on the wheel, Rando here. So I'm just going to assign you numbers, okay? Ismael Barraza Villegas, you're number 1. Nerdy, you're going to be number 2. Big Mike, number 3. Remember that you have to be here to win. Jesse James, number 4. Billy D, number 5. HB, number 6. Sue, number 7. Joe D, number 8. Funny Zenverse, number 9. Paige, number 10. Badgie, number 11. Okay, give me some more likes. And this time, give me a number if you're not on the list. If you're on the list, hold off. This time, give me a number between 41 and 50. 41 and 50, go. Give me a number between 41 and 50. Hold it. Taco, you got it correct. It's 47. Taco said 47 first. So taco is one of my favorite meals. I make a good taco, by the way. The handmade shell, it's not handmade, I buy the shells, but then I cook them crisp. Ooh, I can cook a taco. Comes from growing up in Southern California. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 people. Let me think here. I think I'm going to put Niffy and Cleany together. Niffy and Cleany, you're going on the wheel as number 13. I hand-picked Cleany and Niffy. Cleany was mentioning he needs a reset. We're going to send him in stuff to reset if they win. Cleany and Niffy are going to be number 13. Okay? And I think I still need another number. I think I still need one more. Yeah, I need one more. Give me a number between 25 and 40. Go. 25 and 40. Good morning, Mushmouth. Between 25 and 40. Give me a number. Between 25 and 40. I still haven't seen the number. I narrowed it down for you guys. I still have not seen the number. There it is. Dando finally pulled it out. Dando. The number was 34. Dando. 34. Dando was going to win something today. I mean, get on the wheel one way or another. Dando, there's only 50 numbers between 1 and 50. And Dando's already given us 77 numbers. Okay, so he finally got it. You know I'm teasing you, bro. Okay? Totally kidding. Here's the numbers. Ishmael, number 1. Nerdy, number 2. Big Mike, number 3. Jesse, number 4. Billy D, number 5. HB, number 6. Sue, number 7. Joe D, number 8. Funny Zenverse, number 9. Paige, number 10. Badgie, 11. Taco, 12. Clinia Nipper, 13. And Dando, you're number 14. What are you guys going to win today? I'm going to be sending a pack of albino golden teachers, little over 10 grams per package. Albino golden teacher, supplementary supplement. I've packed a little more than 10 grams in each of these 3 bags. Okay? Supplemental supplements. Hold everything. Where is it? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We have 14 numbers on the wheel. I didn't have time to fill in the names. So I gave you guys each a number. Okay? Number 2. Number 2, that would be... That's you, Nerdy. Oh, I have to remove you from the wheel. You don't get to be on there anymore. Nerdy. That's my buddy Nerds. I'm going to send him some albino golden teacher. Okay? Badgie, I'll have some of that around tomorrow. Okay? Congratulations, Nerdy. Well deserved. I don't think I've sent Nerdy anything in a long time. He keeps saying, Pop, send it to someone else. Nerdy, I'm not going to this time. Okay? Yeah, Badgie, I got you. I'm not. This one, he so deserves it. Nerdy's. I was just telling him this morning what a great job he's doing with the Colorado Myco League. So, the universe agreed with us. All right, look at that. Everybody thinks Nerdy deserves it. I think you guys are right. Okay? You think he will, Kim? He probably will. You're probably right about that. Okay. That's a nice start. It's a very nice start of the day. I don't have any stories about raccoons and meth pipes this morning. I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry. John Murdoch, thank you for being here. Yeah. Last I heard, Chewy was in rehab. Okay? Last I heard, Chewy the raccoon. Yeah, they put him in a RA. Okay? Raccoons Anonymous. That is silly. Here's one. We don't like talking about sex too much here because it's just a little uncomfortable. It's better talked about in person or in a more private group. Sex. It makes me just a little uncomfortable to talk about it. But once in a while, you have to bring up the subject. Have to. Have you ever had a situation, you know what I'm talking about, Melody? Have you ever had a situation, we sure don't mind talking about farts though, do we? Guys, I'm speaking to the guys right now, mostly. And I know that this is cultural. Well, not cultural, it's almost a guy myth, okay? It's almost a guy myth. Justin, I'm sorry, I wanted to be. But have you ever had a situation where you wanted to have Whoopi, Bob Eubanks, You wanted to have whoopee with your girl, and she told you not, no, I have a headache. Have you ever run into the headache excuse? You admit it. Go ahead and admit it if you have. Or I bet even better, have any of the girls ever used the headache excuse? Tell the truth. Nobody's going to judge you. It's very normal. Have you ever run into the headache excuse or used the headache excuse? Which one? Okay, even with the married, of course, John. Okay, diarrhea. Ew, that's creepy. Have you ever run into it? Or Mike's done it both. Classics like I live with the headache pops. Okay? Okay, sorry, I have cornhole. That's creepy. Okay? Kim has a built-in excuse. Vegas, the headache excuse is used on you? Named his member Advil. I got the cure. All right. So we're making the headache excuse, right? It's very normal. Okay. Not among ferrets. Just so you know. Ferrets don't do that. Nope. Ferrets, the women ferrets, the girl ferrets, female ferrets, they don't do that. You know what female ferrets do? They're so much smarter than a headache or a diarrhea excuse. If female ferrets don't mate whenever they go into heat, they will die. Poop. You're not, the ferrets can't do the excuse thing. All they can say is, sorry, honey, R.I.P. The most they can do is R.I.P. If they go into heat and they don't mate, they die. Estrogen is produced in their bodies in such high amounts that when in heat, it causes their bone marrow to become progressively depressed so that their bodies completely stop making blood cells. Okay? Honey, you can't use that excuse on me. You're going down. Okay? The female dragonflies figured a little something out too. Female dragonflies. Remember we were saying the other day, dragonflies the most deadly when they go after their prey. 95% of the time they get it. Okay, Patchy says, I used to get depressed when in heat. That's so creepy. Female dragonflies figured something out. Give me 5 people that want to know what do female dragonflies do instead of using the headache excuse. They have an excuse. What do they use? Give me 5 people that are interested. We can move on to a different subject, but I bet you want to know. I bet you want to know. What excuse do the female dragonflies use? Okay? They're not going to die. Wait for it. Looks like some people are interested. When female dragonflies don't want to participate in mating rituals, making whoopee. Why is making whoopee funny? When female dragonflies don't want to make whoopee initiated by a male dragonfly, they fake their own death. Honey, it's not like I have a headache. I'm dead. I'm dead. You want to do a corpse? Go. I've known a girl or two to do that. I'm not kidding. Penny's, I did that. Oh, Penny. Ted. You Ted. Oh, my last girlfriend was a dragonfly. Oh, Badgie, where have you been? Oh, jeez. So yeah, this is the way females handle things in nature. All right? Men, you're not alone when you get a headache excuse. Okay? They can pull the old dead body thing on you. All right? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Who who name the only mammal that are capable of flying? Whoever gets it correct, I'm going to put on the wheel. The only mammal capable of flying. Sue, you're already on the wheel. Good job. Sue was first, and she's already on the wheel. The answer is correct. It's a bat. I never even think of that one, do you? The only mammals that are capable of flying are bats. To be able to do so, they digest their food extremely fast, sometimes excreting within 30 to 60 minutes after eating. They eat, poop, and now I can fly. This helps keep their weight down. So you get a little something, you get yourself a snack, you go poop, and now you can fly out of the cave. Okay? Bats are pretty cool though, right, Neff? Bat guano. Okay? I'm like that with salad. You guys are going to be funny this morning. I can feel it. Cows. Who wants to know about cows' mating rituals? Who wants to know about cows' mating whoopee rituals? I would like to, but I don't know anything special about it. Sorry. Sorry about that one. But I can tell you this about cows. They have more than 800 different blood types. How could you keep track? More than 800 different blood types. That's a lot. That's a lot. How do you keep track? Name an animal that you just know does not get migraine headaches. Name an animal that it just couldn't possibly get a migraine. Be imaginative. Be imaginative. Which animal do you think can't really get a migraine? Jellyfish? No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. No. Penny's got it. A woodpecker. Woody the woodpecker. Check this out. Woodpeckers hit telephone poles and tree trunks with a force that's more than, wait for it, 1,000 times that of gravity, using just their beaks. 1,000 times the force of gravity. Now, it doesn't say that it's impossible for them to get a migraine, but I'm guessing. I got it. I'm really guessing on that one. How could you possibly get a headache? 1,000 times the force of gravity is going into each peck. Woodpeckers are neat. Which animal has the greatest bite force? Pounds per square inch. Pounds per square inch. Which animal? Michael in third thinks it's a crocodile. Hippos, crocodiles, hyenas, alligators, bears, polar bears, hippos, honey badgers, alligators, crocodiles. None of you are right. Nobody's correct. There it is, classic. There it is. Classic's all over it. It's the orca. The orca whale. Saltwater crocodiles are known to have a bite force of 5,000 pounds per square inch. 5,000 pounds in a crocodile. That's number 2 on the list. Number 1 is the orca whale. They have a force of 19,000 pounds per square inch. Wow. Number 1, 19,000. Number 2, 5,000. 4 times the amount. Wow. You want to make a snail? You ever feel like what's the right way to put this? Abusing a snail? I know, Higgs, isn't that crazy? Have you ever felt like abusing a snail? Have you ever abused a snail? I'm going to admit it. A lot of good morning, hair care. I'm going to admit something. When we were kids, we used to look for the slugs. Yeah, you're mentioning it right there, Mike. And we would pour salt on them and watch them do their... And now I look back at that, how cruel. What cruel little boys. Terrible thing to do, pouring salt on them. Because I think it didn't... they're screaming. We just couldn't hear it. What a terrible thing to do. Beer works too. If you ever felt like really abusing a snail, but you weren't going to kill it, all you have to do is move a snail 65 feet. 65 feet. If you moved a snail 65 feet, it won't return because it lost its sense of direction. The homing instincts of a snail only apply for very short distances. I'm lost. You moved me 65 feet. I'll never make it home again. Now, I'm going to accept this, but who did the study? Who did the study? Who's got the tape measure out and going, okay, now we put it at 63 feet and it found its way home. But once we reached 65, no, it never found its way home. Who did that? Who's doing those kind of tests? What do you do for a living? I measure snail homing instincts. I agree, Mike. Poor thing. 65 feet. You go 65 feet and you're lost. I'll never make it home again. That's backing out of my driveway. By the time I hit the street, I'm lost. Okay? RX says I get lost at shorter distances than that. It was probably a grant from the government, right, Derek Anderson? The Herbie, I'm thinking it's a slow experiment. Okay, I think it's a slow experiment. Who are the most efficient swimmers in the ocean? Efficient. Nippy, I don't want to deal with snails for a living. The most efficient swimmer in the ocean. Who do you think it is? Dolphins, no. Sea turtles, no. Surfers, no, 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 no. You'll be surprised. Lucky Lures said it. Lucky had it right. It's jellyfish. Jellyfish. They're called the most efficient swimmers in the ocean because they consume 48% less oxygen than any other swimming animal. 48% less oxygen than any other animal. That's pretty crazy. How about this one? This is pretty crazy. Armadillos. Armadillos, when they have babies, they have a litter. I don't know if it's called a litter, but they have a group of babies. Almost always, exclusively almost always, they have quadruplets. You think twins are enough? You think triplets? No, I'm going to have a quad. Armadillos are all quadruplets. That's interesting. Quadruplets, and they're all little quadruplets. Armadillos are cool. Do I have any more randos for today? Nah, I really don't. I like armadillos. Okay, let's get another spin. Let's do another spin-a-win. Do you guys remember your numbers? Okay. Notice number 2's not on here. Nerdy, I took you off. Number 11. Number 11. Number 11 is Badgie. Badgie. Boop, 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 boop. Badgie. Have to remove that number from the wheel. But congratulations, Badge. Don't send me your address. Just come on by tomorrow. All right? Got you. Thank you, Badgie. Don't send me your address. Just swing on by. Grab one of those sealers. One of the 74 that I have. Okay? There we go. Just saved us $5 in shipping. Thank you, Badgie. I'm going to read a quick article here, actually 2, out of Tricycle Day today, okay? It's called, this first one's called The Aya of the Beholder. You've heard the stories about life-changing transformation, 10 years of therapy, etc., from a single night with ayahuasca. We've shared plenty of them. You've heard of plenty of them. But have you heard the horror stories about folks getting one-shotted by the potent psychedelic brew? So what gives? Why do some people get destabilized by ayahuasca while others emerge from a ceremony with a whole upgraded operating system? After analyzing data from more than 10,000 ayahuasca experiences, a new study may have cracked the code. Here's what the researchers found. Number one, context shapes outcomes. One-shotted means that you had a bad experience in your shot. Context shapes outcomes. Participants in traditional settings, such as indigenous ceremonies or in those ayahuasca churches, report fewer adverse effects than those that took ayahuasca in non-traditional settings. So settings make a big difference. Mental health history matters. People who suffer from depression or anxiety in the past were more vulnerable to similar challenges post-ceremony. Number three, fear is a mind killer. Experiencing extreme fear during ceremonies was the strongest predictor of an adverse mental outcome. Fourth, spirituality protects. Participants who found spiritual significance in their experiences, comfortable or not, reported better mental health outcomes. Predictive factors aside, the study raises some prickly questions about what we label as adverse effects in the first place. For example, feeling spiritually or energetically attacked did correlate with worse mental health outcomes. Morning, Wilson. But experiencing visual distortions was actually linked to improved psychological well-being. Anyways, to the 4 million people taking ayahuasca worldwide, here's the key takeaway. What happens to you or for you will likely depend less on the brew than on who's holding the space. That's right, TikTok shamans. The jig is up. Please pass the talking stick to someone who knows what they're doing. Pretty good one. Have a good day, Jesse. Okay. All of that's kind of obvious stuff, but we sure like covering it anyways. Trust your body over your mind. Many guides suggest that true insights register physically, not just mentally. Angela Balboa explains that genuine truths are deeply settled in my body, while projections from the ego tend to stay moving and thinking in my mind and not settling throughout my feeling body. If your bodily awareness is dialed, it can act like a compass. Carla Detchon suggests a practical approach. When it comes to journey insights, we've found it helpful to trust, but verify. How does the insight feel in your body? A warm glow versus a tight chest provides useful awareness. MJ Wilt reinforces the idea that the body doesn't lie, and it's important to listen and learn its language. Trauma can cut us off from our bodies, and psychedelics are particularly helpful in getting us reconnected to them. Also, give insights time to integrate. Now, this isn't just ayahuasca treatments, therapies. This is also psychedelic treatments. Almost universally, our practitioners emphasized patience. Rushing to certainty about psychedelic insights can lead us astray. No, take your time with the information that comes up, advises Eliza Collins. Our impulse is often to try and make sense of things quickly. Slow down. Oksana Kirsanova echoes the sentiment. First of all, you have to give it time. With time, everything starts falling into place and making sense. Always cracked me up, the guy that took a shroom 15 minutes later, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm going to have another one. 10 minutes later, I'm still not feeling it. About 40 minutes in, you're going to feel it. Okay? And you might already be way over the edge because you weren't patient. You didn't listen to your body. And this isn't just about it during an experience. This is also post-experience. Listen to your body the next day. This patience extends to decision-making as well. Carla Detchen recommends not making any big decisions for at least 2 weeks. After you've had a nice experience, wait. Even a bad experience, wait. Give your body and your brain time to process what you've gone through. Wait at least 2 weeks. In the meantime, sit with the Insight Journal. Talk to trusted friends or to an integration specialist. Joanne DiGiarmoro puts it succinctly. The real insights tend to stay more relevant. They resonate beyond the trip, and they hold up under reflection. The rest often lose their weight in the light of day. Many practitioners suggest that true insights expand your perspective rather than simply reinforcing your existing beliefs. Your perspective is going to change more than your existing beliefs will be reinforced. Is this insight expanding? Wait for this. This lady, Oksana, she looks forward to this. She asks herself, is this insight expanding my love, compassion, and understanding? Or is it just reinforcing something I already had? Are you growing in love, compassion, and understanding? I love that. The process of discernment involves holding insights with an open hand. Hold your insights with curiosity. Look at it from different perspectives. Explore what part or parts of you these perspectives are coming from. The consensus among these guides is that discernment is a proper form of integration. In other words, you won't know for sure whether your insight is valid until the peak experience is over and you've put it to test in the ordinary world. But if you'll indulge us for a second, we can't help but wonder, is there even such a thing as objective truth in these experiences? Okay, that's a philosophical question that's above our pay grade. But perhaps what matters most about these sorts of insights is what meaning you assign to them. There's something empowering about recognizing that you get to be the author of your own narrative. In the end, the most valuable truths are the one that help you live with presence, compassion, and authenticity, however you tripped upon them. Presence, compassion, and authenticity. Those would be your desired takeaways. And you may not get it right away. It may take a few days, may take some time to reflect. It's another one of the reasons that we don't just go tripping for no reason. It's good stuff. Give me 5 people that thought that was good stuff. Give me 5 people. Those are good, just ground level, foundational concepts that we as practitioners and users should always be aware of. Okay? So thank you for letting me share that. Okay, let's do the wheel. Shanti Patterson's going, tell us more, Pops, just like that. Let's do the wheel. Okay, good morning, MVP. I love seeing MVP here. It looks like a number 5. Number 5 is Billy D. Billy D. Congratulations, Bill. Billy D. If you can send me your number, we will get this package sent off to you. This is over 10 grams of supplemental supplements. Okay, so that's 3 we've given away. We're going to give 1 more away in just a few more minutes. And this will be for everybody again. Your name doesn't have to be on the wheel to win this time. So we'll go back to 63 people here will have a chance. Okay? Penny, there is no new site yet. I'm moving and we haven't set up anything. However, Sandman has a site, if you guys are paying attention out there. I think it's called www.mountainmushlab.com. And Sandy's doing his LC and chocolates and other things. So www.mountainmushlab.com. And Sandy's got stuff out there. He started his a new site, and we're just hoping the best for him. Okay? And in the meantime, Pops just as for now, I'm the fruit vendor for now. Okay? Fruit vending over here. Thank you for showing my Herbie. That's correct. That is my Gmail if anybody wants. And then as we know, Sandy's always done really well. Yesterday, we started talking about humiliation. Has anybody here ever been humiliated? Didn't feel good. Has anybody here ever humiliated another person? How about that one? Have you ever humiliated somebody? Vegas, I'm there too, unfortunately. I have. Yeah, I admit it. And now I look at myself and I go, that doesn't feel very good either. That was Marcus, embarrassment's a little bit different than humiliation. We're going to cover that. I've been humiliated, and I have humiliated others. And neither of them made me feel good. Linda Hartling, who's a global transdisciplinary in human dignity and humiliation studies. She and her colleagues describe humiliation as unjustified mistreatment that violates one's dignity and diminishes one's sense of worth as a human being. We are violating people's dignity and lessening their sense of worth as a human being. Lance, I can be goofy once in a while, but then I get serious too. Until recently, I held the belief that humiliation. Let me set this up. Hold on. Let me get my IG going here. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. Penny, goofy is actually a really good thing to be because it loosens you up, especially if you're laughing at yourself, especially if you're making yourself the butt of the joke. That is a good joke. When we use somebody, my brother's an incredibly funny guy, my brother. Super duper funny. Just automatic funny. But in the past, I had noticed that a lot of his humor was directed at a person, and the person that the humor was directed at wasn't finding it funny. Everyone else in the room thought it was funny, except the person that it was directed at. At the end of the day, that's not good, healthy humor. What we really want to do is not use somebody else as the butt of a joke, but we want to make ourselves the butt of the joke. Nobody minds that. I get that, Jolie. I get that. I treated a dog badly once. I didn't humiliate it, but you know what I did? You know what I did? Well, see, Nifra, he doesn't know that he's hurting the person. He thinks he's just being funny. But there's a person that's hurting at the end of the joke or at the end of the routine or whatever. Someone's like, that didn't make me feel good. Everyone else is in the room's laughing except me. You know what I did once with a dog? True story. I was a teenager. I wasn't being very kind. I took my dog. It was like a miniature German Shepherd. And I had a dryer in the garage. The dryer didn't work putting out heat. It didn't put out heat. I took the dog and I put it in the dryer and I closed the door. After about the second revolution, and I'm looking in, because it was a window one, and I'm looking at my dog going around, and I'm like, I can't believe I pull him out of there, and I'm hugging him, I'm crying. I'm so sorry, 8-Ball, I didn't mean to do that. Who does that? Who put their dog in a dryer? That's cruel. He was just like, I went on a merry-go-round. He was freaked out. He didn't like it. Did I humiliate my dog? No, it wasn't humiliation, that one. But I sure wasn't being kind. So Mr. 420 says, if someone is doing harm to themselves or others, is humiliation justified to stop the damage? How do you think it should be approached? I would say no. Humiliation is never justified. How do you approach them? with love, compassion, empathy, support, help them gain knowledge, walk them through it. I bet you've experienced something close to whatever it is that's going on, and you can share how you went through it. Until recently, if I'm to be humiliated, don't I first have to buy in? Yes, Streety, 100%. You have to take it personal. Yes, 100%. That's why our second agreement stops us from ever experiencing humiliation. If I don't take things personal, then it's not about me. It's going to be about the person, about the humiliator, not the humiliatee. There is none. You cannot humiliate me. You can't. You used to be able to. My brother's jokes would do it. Not anymore. I look at my brother and go, okay, that's just, I get him. But I'm not going to take that personal. Is retaliation humiliation justified? Of course not. We already know, turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek on anything. First of all, there couldn't be retaliation humiliation if the first person wasn't humiliated. Am I right? Until recently, I held the belief that humiliation, though detrimental, was a less dangerous emotion than shame. The reasoning behind that thinking was that we hide our shame because we think we deserve to feel that way. In other words, we buy into the messaging that we're not enough. We took it personal. Good morning, Mary Jane. In contrast, when we feel humiliated, we think we didn't deserve whatever happened to make us feel that way. Humiliation, you're feeling you didn't deserve it. Shame is, yeah, that's me. I deserve that. In our interviews, participants seemed not to buy into the messaging that they were flawed as much as they did with shame. A collection of studies changed my mind. In 2003, Susan Harder and colleagues issued a report that examined the media profiles of 10 prominent school shooters between 1996 and 1999. Harder and her colleagues reported that, this is in italics, in every case, listen, in every case of the profiles that they studied, the shooters described how they had been ridiculed, taunted, teased, harassed, or bullied by peers, often because of their inadequate appearance, their social or their athletic behavior. Spurned by someone in whom they were romantically interested, or put down in front of the other students by a teacher or a school administrator. All of these events led to profound humiliation. That is huge, you guys. We program them when we harass, when we downgrade them, when we put them down, when we make fun of them, especially when it's coming from an authority figure. Oh my God. Creating people that are going to have issues and problems for years, and some take it over their edge. This report prompted a series of studies that found links for peer rejection, humiliation, depression, and anger with both suicidal and homicidal ideation. You start thinking when you're extremely humiliated on a regular basis, you start thinking suicide, or I want to kill him. I want to kill myself, or I want to kill them. And then you're dealing with brains that aren't completely developed, right? You get into the teenage years, especially boys. Our brains don't even develop till you're 25 years old. You're going to make a lot of bad decisions, especially if you've been being humiliated. I did. It was my parents, especially my father. It was his training choice. Here's how I'm going to train my 6 kids. I'm just going to humiliate them out of, no, what you're doing is you're damaging them all. This finding has tremendous implications for how we think about bullying, and how we help bullying survivors heal. Given that humiliation is often an attack against a social identity, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation. Sexual orientation is one of the big ones that we humiliate people over. Heck, back in the 70s, we just called, yeah, you're a homo. Yeah, that's a good way to help. Call him the F word. Instead of saying, you're a human being, I love you just the way you are. You're perfect in every way. Now just start acting like it. Practice. We'll all practice together. Hartling suggests that humiliation can trigger a series of reactions, including social pain, definitely decreased self-awareness, increased self-defeating behavior, oh my God, addictions, decreased self-regulation, I didn't have a lot of self-regulation back in my day, nor would I let anybody regulate me, baby. All of this ultimately leads to violence. Often violence against ourselves. Hartling and colleagues state that humiliation is not only the most underappreciated force in international relations, it may be the missing link in the search for root causes of political instability and violent conflict. Perhaps the most toxic social dynamic of our age. Humiliation. This connection between humiliation and aggression and violence explains much of what we're seeing today. Amplified by the reach of social media, dehumanizing and humiliating others is increasingly become normalized along with violence. Now, rather than humiliating someone in front of a small group of people, we have the power to eviscerate someone in front of a global audience of strangers. All you have to do is post something. I'm not going to be political, but we have a leader that uses humiliation on his social posts. He doesn't say what so-and-so did was wrong. was dumb. He says they're dumb. They're dumb. You hear it all the time. I'm not dumb. I just did something dumb. That happens. But trying to change or lead or help make a difference using humiliation does not work. We humiliate people in front of audiences of millions. I know we all have deeply passionate political and cultural beliefs, but shame and humiliation will never be effective social justice tools. They will never drive change, positive change. They are the tools of oppression. Humiliation is the tool of oppression. I remember reading this quote from Eli Wiesel years ago, and it became a practice for me. Even when I'm enraged or afraid. Here's the quote. Here's your challenge. Here's who you want to be on our planet. I know you do. Or you wouldn't be here paying attention. Listen to this. Never allow anyone to be humiliated in your presence. You can help eliminate a small amount of humiliation in the world if you don't allow it to happen in your presence. Your children cannot humiliate each other. Your wife cannot humiliate your kids. You cannot humiliate your wife. You cannot humiliate a neighbor. And when you see it happening, you call it out. You call it out. You say right then and there, yo, with love, I want to tell you something. Stop humiliating this person. We're not putting up with it. And if it turns into anything else, you get up and you get out of there. Your being in the presence of it is giving it permission. So either you can make it stop, which you may not always be able to do, but don't co-sign. As a matter of fact, do the exact opposite. You rip that contract up. And you don't do it meanly. You don't, oh, no, stop it, I'm going to beat you. You just simply say, hey, bro, that isn't love at all. Do you think humiliating my friend right here helped? Well, I want you to know that that was oppressive and it's not socially just. So let's change the subject. Let's look at it different. And we have that obligation as humans if we're trying to be kind to one another. Humiliation, the buck stops here, baby. I won't be humiliated because I'm not going to take you personally. And I will not humiliate another human being. That's not going to happen. Because I've experienced it. And it turned me into a raging addict. And I'm still dealing with issues from it. In a healthy way, but I'm still dealing with them. Stuff that's planted in us when we're 8 years old. Can you imagine if one of your parents stood up to the other parent and said, don't humiliate my kids. We're going to love them. Don't use humiliation as a tool of any kind. Give me 5 people that agree with that. Oh, me too, Marcus. Give me 5 people agree with today's reading. You think people haven't used humiliation on Brock? You think people haven't used humiliation on my son? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? He'd come home from school. He wouldn't even know how to tell you what was wrong. Which makes me sad. And I got to tell you, I fell into some of my dad's patterns when he was young. I didn't know any better. I'd humiliate him sometimes too. I thought, if I could humiliate him, he'd do his homework faster. Did I think that he'd been being humiliated all day at school and on the playground, and when they're picking teams, and when they go to the school dance? I remember the time he came home, 6th grade. He's going to go to the school dance, first dance of his life. He's going to go to school, go to the dance, gets all dressed up and everything. Comes home. How was the dance? Crying. Starts crying. Dad, nobody picked me to dance. Well, did you pick anybody? Yeah, I went up to this one girl and they kind of laughed at me. Humiliating. And you know what we do? We humiliate the weakest of us. Like that's going to make us feel stronger. He's 19 years old. I'll tell you one more story. 19 years old. He's in college. He's going to go to a party. Comes home from the party. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Wakes me up. Dad. Shakes me awake. First of all, you never come in my room and wake me up, but he did. Comes in, shakes me. Dad, you're not going to believe it. I go, what's up? I sit up straight and I'm thinking, oh no, it's something bad. I got my first kiss today. What? Awesome. I'm getting out of bed. I'm going to start dancing and tell him how great it is. You did? Oh man, that's great. He goes, yeah. When the bottle spun around and it pointed at me, she had to kiss me. Over here on the cheek. And he didn't see it, but I did. First time in his life. And it was because the girl was forced to by the social construct of the circle. Very, 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 very hard to grow up living in humiliation. Be aware. Be aware of who you're doing these things to and how much damage you're going to cause. Lemmy, thanks for letting me share those 2 very touching stories. Life is beautiful. We make it beautiful. We don't want to humiliate people. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Give me a number between 1 and 50. You're welcome, you guys. Give me a number between 1 and 50. I want to give one more package away here this morning. It's not just kids, Sue. It's all of us, right? Michael Patterson. Congratulations, Michael Patterson. Mike, I'm so glad that you won. Seriously. I wanted to send you something. Michael Patterson said 3. And by golly, by Shanti, it was a 3. So Shanti, send me your address so I can send out this pack of supplementary supplements to you. Okay? Justin, it's still that way in many places. Don't think that this is just the past when we were treating people badly. How many more school shootings are there today than there ever were before? I can guarantee you that shooter was humiliated. Somewhere in his development, I can guarantee the studies are showing us. So it sounds like we're still humiliating kids and parents and other humans. We're humiliating whole societies. Oppression, bombs, fences, flags. None of it has kindness. And it's getting worse, obviously, because of the internet. I make one post and the whole world can see it. It's one of the reasons we do this here on T. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics. And we talk about kindness. Let's add that drop of kindness to the world that we're capable of adding. That's what we want to do. We're still human. We're still going to make mistakes. But we don't stick with our mistakes. We go through them. We recognize with self-awareness where it came from. And we resolve to not do that again. That's all you can do. At the end of the day, leaders are really supposed to be servants. Not doing a religion thing. But it looks to me like the new Pope guy, he gets it. Look at the difference in leadership. Look at the difference in the messages. It's a servant leadership message versus a dictator, tyrant, oligarch, any of those other approaches. Practice holiness. Practice holiness. Have a great day, you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys here next week, and we'll send out a couple of pictures of the garage sale that's going up over the weekend here. Okay? And if I do too. Have a great weekend, you guys. We ran real long today. I apologize. But it's a beautiful day, and it's a great message. Avoid humiliating people. Vegas and Johnzook and Marcus and Niffy and Herbie Von Werby, Kabroken Furby Kebab, HB, Sue, Marcus and Nerdy. That could be true, nerds. Michael, I'm glad you won today. Vegas and 54, Mr. 420, and Niffy and Melody Dawn. Jesus Christ in Australia. Anthony T, Billy D, Johnzo Clean Grow, RXE, Taco, Deborah Pearl, good morning, Deb, Sammy P, Joe D's. That's great. Sue and Mushmouth, love you too. Marcus Doc, Catzilla, Trenty the Trenty Trenterson, Matty Kachuk, Matt Baraball Badgie. I can't wait to see you. Michael Shanti Patterson, Herbie, you're going to kiss him on the cheek there, Badge. Herbie Von Werby Kebab, Marcus and Jolie, Donnie Fife, J.W. Owen, Hip Kitty, Marcus and Vaggie, Lotta, Hair Care, Johnson, Jesus Christ, Nerdy and Niffy, Justin Robinson, Joe D's, Jesus Christ and Herbs, Classic and Mr. 420 and Derek Anderson and Cleany and Pidgey Page and Jesus Christ and Notorious, Laura Have a Divine Day, Billy D, HB, Lotta and Melody and Pacers and Mikey, Buddy Bowl and Justin and Nerdy and King Metro and Jesse is a bot and Pacers and Red Boy and Penny Pack and Wazzy Wazerton, Hip Kitty, Dan Doe and Marcus Pops. Peace, love. 4 things. Be impeccable. Impeccable people don't humiliate others because you don't have anything bad coming out of your mouth. Impeccable. Don't take things personal. It's impossible to humiliate someone that isn't taking things personal. Expectations. Have none of yourself or others. Do your best. Pops out.